Good day, everyone! So for today's topic is we will discuss about the Uruguay round, the birth of the WTO. In the mid-1980s, the small South American nation of Uruguay played an unexpectedly large role in shaping the future of global trade. It was on Uruguayan soil in Punta del Este that the Uruguay round of trade negotiations began in 1986. Ultimately leading to the creation of the World Trade Organization or WTO. This seemingly improbable setting for such a significant event highlights Uruguay's often overlooked diplomatic influence and its strategic position in the region. The country's role in the birth of WTO serves a compelling case study in the impact of small nations on the global trade.
In April 1994, an agreement was finally reached in the Uruguay round of multilateral trade negotiations launched by the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. So, it's called GATT. A decade earlier, the agreement resulted in the creation on January 1, 1995 of the World Trade Organization or WTO, the global organization with its role in international trade, overseen and administered. The WTO covers in international rules not only of trade in goods but also trade in services, as well as intellectual property rights and trade-related investment. The expanded scope of commitments relative to the GATT reflects our recognition of need to address issues resulting from the forces of globalization that will inexorably push for greater integration of the world economies in the 1990s and beyond. The establishment of the WTO brought about a fundamental restructuring of the rules guiding the international trading system, as well as a significant increase in the role played by the developing countries within the system.
The Uruguay round of trade negotiations, which concluded in 1994, led to the creation of the World Trade Organization or WTO in 1995. This marked a significant shift in the global trading system, expanding beyond just goods to include services, intellectual property rights, and investments. Imagine the world of trade as a club. Before 1995, the club was only for goods like clothes, cars, and foods. The Uruguay round of trade talks changed that. It expanded the club to include services like banking, tourism, ideas like inventions, music, and investment like building factories. The bigger club, called the World Trade Organization or WTO, helps countries work together on trade and make sure things are fair for everyone. It also gives developing countries a stronger voice in how trade works. The agreement made during this time are still important today, especially for helping developing countries grow their economics. The Uruguay round, the 8th round of trade talks under GATT or GATT, spanned from 1986 to 1993 and involved 123 countries. It resulted in the creation of the World Trade Organization or WTO in 1994, expanding trade rules to cover services, intellectual property, and investment. Key achievements included establishing the WTO, a stronger organization replacing GATT. So reforming agricultural trade, the WTO aimed to improve agricultural trade by reducing government subsidies, which distort market prices and harm farmers in other countries, and by lowering restrictions like tariffs and quotas on agricultural imports to promote free trade. General Agreement on Trade and Services or GATT, the WTO introduced GATT to establish international rules for trade and services such as banking, insurance, and education. It aimed to liberalize service markets and ensure fair treatment for service providers from different countries. Trade-related aspects. Creating the trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights are given to protect intellectual property. However, some groups criticize the Uruguay round for neglecting the needs of developing countries, arguing that its focus on intellectual property and industrial tariffs limited their policy options.
plays a vital role in the world of trade, for one of its achievements is to reduce tariffs. Tariffs is a tax imposed by a government on goods or services imported from another country. Tariffs are a form of trade barriers that can make imported goods more expensive, encouraging consumers to buy domestically produced goods instead. The Uruguay Round was a landmark achievement. It expanded the scope of trade rules, strengthened enforcement mechanisms, and created the WTO as a powerful force in global trade. The legacy of the Uruguay Round continues to shape the landscape of international trade in the 21st century. It laid the foundation for further trade liberalization and cooperation, and it has played a crucial role in fostering global economic integration. The WTO, born from the Uruguay Round, remains a vital institution in the global economy, working to promote open, fair, and predictable trade for the